Hey everyone, welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting, and I got an unboxing today, but I'm not hanging out by myself. I got my boy B-Road Comics George hanging out with me. What's going on, man?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Yeah, I got you.
That's good. Hello, everyone.
So George is hanging out with me because I bought this book from him. So that's what we're gonna unbox it a little bit. And we had Unruly hanging out a little bit early. He was tailgating as always. The Pie Face, what's going on? Sam I am. Ruben, what is happening? You are incorrect, Sam. You are incorrect.
Oh, in your face, BFF.
But so I will tell a little story. Like, for those that don't, most of you probably heard this because this was probably late February you had this up for an auction?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like late February. So we'll tell the story here a little bit. Empire, what's going on? Perry's lurking. You were on 84's channel on an auction. I didn't have any money that night.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And he put this up, and it was on my want list, and I was like, oh, that's a good price. Now that's going to disappear. And nobody bought it. I was stunned that one didn't go.
Yeah.
Like, given the price you had it for, I was stunned. Like, closer. Although that is not on my list. And then, like, the week later, you posted that you still had it. I was like, oh. Well, in the meantime, I found out I was getting a tax return. We were going to get a stimulus check. I was like, I'm in good shape. Let's do this. And then, like, 2 days later, I found out about my tree that I had to take down. And $3,000 later, I was like, George, can you give me a few weeks to, like, figure this out? And luckily, you were very patient with me to get this paid off about a month later. But so here we are. So,
well, that's a good thing because we communicated about this all over text. So
yeah.
I came off as being really patient, but I was actually not patient.
You were not patient.
Pissed off. I was fed up. I felt like I was being strung along. It wasn't fair to me. I was taking advantage.
In my defense, I gave you an out because you did another auction. I was like, if you want to sell it, you can try again. So
I would rather it go to a friend. So
yeah. So no, I'm super glad that you did. I will say that this is definitely. So this was my 2021 hunt list here. I'm going to go make myself the bigger dude, make George tiny. So there's what I was kind of put on my want list for this year. Some of these books have moved a lot from when I put them on the list in terms of what they're going for now. So we'll see how many of those I actually managed to check off.
Now, technically, you will not be able to cross anything off of that list after you unbox this. Technically.
Wait, what?
Well, we'll get into it after you open it.
Technically, I won't be able to cross anything off the list.
Nothing.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, yes. Because
technically
this is a much higher grade than I originally targeted for this book. But the deal was right that, like, even though technically I spent more than I was targeting price-wise on this particular book, for this grade, like, it was a really good deal. I couldn't pass it up. Incorrect. Alex is wrong. It is not NYX. I wish that book just jumped like this week. I was like, oh, I'm like, dang it. JP is unboxing, John. What is going on? So we got bubble wrap. George has got it well wrapped. Oh, we got the sticky kind.
Yeah, it's gonna be loud.
Here, I can mute myself for just a second. We'll let George have the comment.
I wasn't prepared for that. Well, anyways. Well, I have the microphone here. Let's talk about politics. I'm kidding. We're not talking about politics.
And now George is muted. No.
Yeah, dude, just let the full unboxing experience needs to happen.
Yeah, the full unboxing. Hey, Simon, what's going on? So you'll notice my background is all blank because I changed it to be appropriate for the book. And I actually have 2 additional books sitting here on the slide because I couldn't hide them. And I turned everything around so I wouldn't give it away. And there's more than one book here.
It's not that big of a book. So.
I know, but there's still more than one book. sweet. All right. So I'm gonna do the bag thing. So let's show the bonus book first. We'll string the chat. We'll string the chat on along for another
I
minute.
like it.
So this is what do we got? A KRS certificate, Spider-Gen #1. This is the McFarlane game version of Spidey on the cover. Very cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I love that book. I have a 9.8 of the black version of it. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like that one, and I thought I'd toss it in there. So
Nice. Oh, thank you, sir. I figured I was going 50-50 that you'd throw in a bonus book of some sort just because you. Forget the bonus book. And I don't have anything in my hand. Bonus Riverside Liquors. Come on. now we're talking. I didn't even see this at first. I was like, wait, what's in the bag with the slab? And I was like, so there we go. Now we're talking. Yes, he didn't include the top loader, so very classy. You know?
I'm actually trying to get rid of my top loaders. I don't have a box for top loaders. And everything that I wanted in a top loader is now slabbed. So
yeah, well, top loaders will fit depending on the size of top loaders. They'll fit in a regular box. Like a Silver Age top loader will fit in a regular box, barely.
I'm gonna use them for shipping and whatnot. So yeah.
Nice. All right. So no more. We won't drag this out any longer. We did go with ASM 121, The Death of Gwen Stacy, and an 8.0, which is, like you said, way above what I was targeting, because I was targeting like a 4 to a 6 on this book.
So technically, he can't cross it off the list because he had 4 to 6 on there. He still has to go after that book.
No, we upgraded. Upgraded. So this will go very nicely with the slabs that I didn't have up yet that I was going to put up. My Edge of Spider-Verse and my ASM 31.
Nice.
And then that I don't have slab yet. I actually got 2 copies of her first cover appearance, ASM 61. So yeah. So and then I just have some miscellaneous. I'll show the others in a second. But yeah, super excited to add this. And it's the first one of my first custom label in my collection. I haven't done the custom labels. So that is cool. You know, I still kind of wish they would just do the typing, like the keynotes. I feel like I still want them on the front. Like that you could put them in the center here. And I don't know. Maybe not. But I do kind of like, I go back and forth. I like the art, but I also like having the keynotes in the front. So
I completely agree with that. I think even if they had to shrink down the art a little bit to make the keynotes fit, like people like being able to see their information on the front of the book. So, but I don't know. It was whenever I have a Spider-Man book that I'm slabbing and he's in that costume, I like to get
that.
Spidey
one. I love the one with the New York City background. I love that one. I definitely love. I almost did it when I sent this one and the 25 off last year, and I didn't do it because it was going to be an extra shipping, and I was like, I'm not paying extra shipping. I'm not splitting the order because they were the only 2 ASM books in the thing. So, and they were the only 2 books that would get a custom label in that order. So
if you remember, I did get that graded at C2E2.
So really? No, I do remember that was part of the Comic Tom Hall. I remember that being part of the video. So,
very cool.
So that is awesome. Now, did you send this one off? I assume you got this in cleaned and pressed before you graded it.
Yeah, DS. DS flattened it out.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, dude.
So cool. I am super excited to have that. And I am super excited about this little bonus book. Nice. Yeah. So, always awesome. So, I'm crossing it off anyway. I'm just jumping right over that 4.0 to 6.0.
Put an 8.0 on there then.
Oh, we're going to put an 8.0 on there. We're going to circle it. We're going to say, what is today? 3. What is it? 27?
Oh, yeah.
27, 21. How about that? We'll even put the little exclamation points.
Nice.
So now that means I got to upgrade the version of 22 I get. No,
I was worried about that for you, to be honest. Like, some people get, a little retentive on matching up the grades.
I've considered that a few times. Like, I should get these, and I've come to realize that if I'm going to own books, I'm just going to have to get what I can get sometimes, and that's just where I'm at. So, thank you, Ruben.
I was going to do that for my Daredevil run, but some of the
it's just not practical all the time to try to do that.
Like it worked out to get number 2 that way, but then the books after that, it was not working out. So I just get what I can get.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, because originally I thought, I'd originally hoped this would be a 6, but it came back at 5.5, which is fine. But I thought, I would match it to that. But this already I know is going to be a higher grade than this. And I'm just like, you know what? I ain't worried about it, and I'll get what I get, and it'll work out. I'll deal with it. So.
Is your first Spider-Gwen an old label?
Yeah, it's like a couple of generations ago. Can
you please quit playing around and send that over to someone that will press it and get it?
Press. Like the Grader's Notes, I'll tell you, the Grader's Notes only mention one thing, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. There is a color rub line there on the bottom of the back cover. And that is the only thing they mention, and I don't know. I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure if I did the Let It Breathe in a con, if there were such a thing, that it would be a 9.8.
All right.
But there's nothing visually that you can see. And the Grader's Notes from CBCS just say that color rub, or the only thing they mentioned. And I don't know if I can get it where you guys can see. Oh, there you can see it.
Yeah.
See the line of white?
Let that sucker breathe, man.
I mean, so yeah. So, and it's not going anywhere, so I haven't been in a hurry, so that's fine. So I'll turn around the rest of my Gwen books. So I got my 36 Chambers sketch cover.
That was so cool that he slabbed that too.
Yeah. And then I got a little Shannon Mare, and I don't know, these were just the other books I pulled out. I have some other covers that actually, and then a little Ginny Frisian. So just to kind of fill out my Gwen background for now. So
that is a good Gwen background.
Yeah. So, I'm super excited. I really feel like, I'm getting close to having basically all the Gwen kind of checked off the list. I feel like I need 122, and I need a 9698 slab of Spider-Gwen #1, like the original first series.
Yeah.
Just because. And then at that point, the only thing after that is really that one cover that's like stupid expensive, that Young Lee that's like crazy, and I'm like, I could probably live without that. So.
Yeah, for me, like when the only thing about the book that's key really is the cover.
Yeah,
I'm down to collect it if it's reasonable in cost, but if it's out there, then I can leave it.
Yeah, and I probably won't worry about it. So it's really like if I could get those other 2 books, and then I need to get one of these 2 slabbed, one of my 2 copies of 61 slabbed, and then I'll be good. It'll go. One of those is going to go in the next time I do like an older value or standard tier or whatever, like older tier.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Hey Mojo. So saying the 9.8 of the Edge of Spider-Verse is going for up to $2,000 now. I can believe it. Everything's jumping. Yeah. Like, I mean, like it was a good deal, like what you priced it at when you were selling it based on what it was going for. But it's like this book has jumped even in the last month. Like, it's just crazy. It's like the whole market is just going stupid.
Well, you know what? I was going to talk about that though, because with the way the market is going, for me selling my books, it's to fund future purchases, right? I'm not putting food on my table with selling books. No. So for me, it's important. Like I was able to make a profit off of buying it raw and getting it graded. And it was important for me though still to sell it at a good value to someone,
right?
Especially someone I'm friends with. So
yeah,
I don't need to nickel and dime and sell it for top dollar. I mean,
yeah. I agree with that. Like, it depends. If there's somebody I know that wants it, then yeah, I'm willing to work a deal where we both make out well, and I'm super happy. Now, if I end up having to sell something like on eBay or something, then I'm going to try to get as many pennies out of it as I can get out of it.
eBay is a different thing because that's a faceless transaction.
But if I'm selling to a community member or somebody who really wants it, then I'm down to like negotiate a deal and something where we both make out well. And yeah, that's definitely, I agree with that completely. As long as I'm moving in the right direction, then I'm in good shape. Because that's really, I mean, it was one of those funny things. Like I had all these hopes. Like, it was so funny because like at the beginning of the year, I was basically like, it's gonna be like when my books come back from CGC is when I'm gonna be able to actually like start working on this, because I got to sell some of those, and then I'll use some of that to buy more books to flip, and I'll use a little bit of it to buy a couple of these books. Then I'll just keep trying to turn and gain. And then suddenly I was like, oh, I'm gonna have money. I'm gonna buy some books. And then it was like, no, you don't. You gotta wait for the books to come back from CGC so you can sell some stuff to fund buying books. And that's kind of, yeah. So that's where we're at. Now if CGC will just, get off their duff and fix their turnaround time, that would be nice.
So, Ruben, I literally just get them on Amazon from BCW.
Yeah.
It's got like a little pulled tab where you remove it so it's sticky. I have to be sure to fill
the sticky ones. These are the ones I get for slabs.
Yeah. So yeah, they work, and I usually don't use them in my own personal collection. I use them for if I sell one.
Yeah.
And
I like using them when I'm storing. Like sometimes most of the time I leave them in the bag when I put them out, even though I prefer to look at them out of the bag. But I use them when I'm storing because I feel like there's less opportunity for them to scuff each other, like in the box. Like, and so that's why what I use them for. But that's just me.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely taking a risk by letting them bump up against each other and whatnot. And usually, so if I have a different company in the same, like if I have a CGC and a CBCS next to each other, I have one of them in a bag so that, because they're not meant
they don't like snap together anyway. They don't. Yeah. So no, I need to I got a few CBCS books. I either need to. There's a couple books I have that I need to probably crack and resubmit, and then there's a couple books that I just want to just get the new label on if I'm going to leave them in CBCS or whatever. And but yeah, I don't. At some point, I'm going to do something with this book, but I just haven't been in a hurry because I don't plan on getting rid of it anytime soon. So,
dude, if you could get that done at a con where you get on-site grading, that's the ideal situation. Right?
Yeah. So,
all right. You want to hear my greatest fear that keeps me up at night when you're talking about new labels?
Okay. What's your greatest fear?
What am I going to do with my life if CGC comes out with a new case or a new actual standard label?
I ain't going to do nothing.
I'm going to have to resubmit all my books because I hate it. I can't miss out unless it goes down in quality. Then I'll leave it. But yeah,
I mean, so here's the thing, that will happen.
I know.
So that's why, I just don't allow myself to be that. Yes, I want to get it updated, but no, I'm not in a hurry. When I have the money, I'll do it, and when I don't, I'm going to worry about it until I get to that stage. So it's just not a high priority. Like I said, if I could go take that book to a con, do an on-site thing, and just get it back, then okay, then that would be different. Probably would be different.
Yeah. So, keeps me up at night, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Working CGC.
Oh, right. I need to grade my Batman Adventures 12 for sure. Yeah, you need to get those graded, man. Those are all good books.
Oh, I wish I had an ASM 300 in the box to It would have. I would have already had it graded though.
That wouldn't happen. That's not possible. Like if you got it, it would be gone to CGC within like it wouldn't. It would go in the box until you packed it in a box to ship it.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, like if one comes in, you're going out with it. So
it is nerve-wracking though when you have a book like that, sending it out in the mail, and just so I can understand why people hesitate and don't.
I literally like it. When I have books out, it drives me crazy. Like I sent those 10 books to Jimmy, who then showed them to CGC, and it's like, and they're there, but they haven't showed up in like received yet.
Yeah.
So they're in no man's land, and it's like there's like $2,000 worth of books potentially in that box, and it's like just check it in.
In my last reholder thing where I got new
labels,
probably
like way more than that. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I had my first giant size X-Men. I had Daredevil 1. I had First Miles. Like,
oh yeah, you had like $10,000.
Like a $12,000 like chunk sitting at CGC, and
mine's like minor compared to that. It's still like, come on. Definitely. All right. Well, we've been going 20 minutes. I don't have anything else. You got anything going on, man?
No. Only thing I'm going to put a link in the chat. I did a video last week with my top 50 books in my collection. Check that out. I don't really have anything else planned at the moment, but I'll do something at some point. Yeah. I always do. But
I had not heard that. Epic. Doesn't surprise me. So yeah, there's George's link to his channel. So
yeah.
So I know you've been selling stuff. So are you still got more stuff you're gonna try to sell? Or are you?
Yeah, I'm still down to. I'm trying to move my New Mutants 98. It's a CDC 9.8. So if you're looking at getting one, you can reach out to me on Instagram at DRunk Comics. I'd be willing to work something out. And yeah,
that's a book I just like. I would like to have it, but there's so many books that are in front of it that it's just like, I just have never. Yeah.
I felt tempted to get it because it hadn't started climbing yet, and I knew it would.
Yeah.
So I jumped on a 9.8, and yeah, it's tripled what I paid for it. So.
Yeah, that is an undervalued book. The prediction of the book that I would have earlier, the DC Comics Presents 26, is a hugely undervalued book.
Yeah.
That I am terrified someday the market's going to wake up to, and I'm going to be like, because I haven't got it yet. But so yeah, like, so we'll see. I do have a Teen Titans 2, and it's only a 7.5 because they did not like it looks like a 9, but it's got a library stamp on it, so they did not like that. So what's up, Los?
Hey, give Los a quick recap.
All right, Los gets a quick recap,
and then we're out of here, suckers.
Yeah, then we're out of here. Bonus book from George, because I did make this purchase from George, so nice. The real highlight of the purchase.
Yeah,
my Riverside Liquors koozie. And the book is this 8.0 ASM 121, way higher than I originally intended to go, but George had a really good deal on this thing, and I am super thankful to grab it. So yeah, add to my Gwen Stacy collection, getting closer to having that. The keys mostly wrapped up for that, so I'm excited about that. Because I got a pretty good stack of them, right? Those four books. Well, technically 5. One of them's a repeat, but yeah, it's a pretty good stack of Gwen Stacy books. So, excuse me. All right, thanks everybody. We're gonna get out of here. We'll see you later.